The Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC, is a name that resonates with every MMA fan around the world. The evolution of the UFC, from the beginning to today for many of us, the first time we watched a UFC event, the excitement and adrenaline rush was unforgettable. But today, even as the UFC is valued at over $12 billion, the talent pool is deeper than ever, and fighters' skills and training are more advanced than at any point in history. But without hype and storylines around the fights, fan interest just isn't the same. Release a couple of promo videos, and that's it. No press tour, no multiple face-offs, no big media events. As a result, every event feels the same. Hard, like putting Bo Nickel on the UFC 300 main card. Fans sense that the hype is artificial. When fans themselves get behind a fighter, like Sean Strickland or Jorge Masvidal, those fighters become stars naturally. The UFC needs to let organic hype happen, not script everything. Fans feel like the UFC is just relying on its loyal fan base and not putting in the effort to promote. When Aldo vs. McGregor was announced, there were press conferences all over the world, face-offs in every city, and everyone was talking about the fight. Now, even the biggest fights get just a couple of interviews and a single press conference. Bring fighters together in person to create real tension and drama. Now, he's more focused on boxing and projects like Power Slap, and his role in UFC promotion has decreased. The UFC needs a new, energetic, and passionate promoter. Introduce a new face who can excite both fans and fighters. And media events for every big fight, who can make every event feel special and promote every fight like it's the Super Bowl. When there's a real rivalry like Khabib versus Conor or Jones versus Cormier, fan excitement reaches a fever pitch. But those rivalries are becoming rare. We want the UFC to bring back the excitement, the buildup, and that special feeling. The fights are still elite, but without promotion, hype, and buildup, the fan experience will always feel incomplete. The UFC needs to listen to its fans and make every event feel like a festival again. Because as long as fans aren't excited, the passion for the UFC will keep fading. And the UFC in doing enough to promote the ones that do exist? The fan experience just isn't what it used to be. The fights are still world-class, but what's missing is the build-up, the hype. But this has made each event feel less important. Dana White's role. Is it time for a new promoter? When there's a fight night every weekend, no single event feels special. In the past, when there were only 1 or 2 big fights a month, fans would look forward to them. Now, with a new card every week, the hype is missing. This not only reduces fan interest, but also doesn't give fighters enough time to build up their fights. And that special feeling that used to make every event feel like a festival. In this script, we'll break down in detail why the UFC fan experience is declining, what's missing, and how it can be made great again. This isn't just about complaining, it's about offering real, constructive solutions so the UFC can once again deliver the excitement that made it famous. 1. The UFC started in 1993 as an underground, almost outlaw sport. Back then, the promotion was simple, no rules, just fighting. But as the sport became more mainstream, the level of promotion and hype grew as well. In the 2000s, under Dana White's leadership, every event became a spectacle. Press conferences, world tour, face-offs, and viral moments turned the UFC into a global brand. Fans would eagerly await every event, follow every fight story, and become invested in every fighter's journey. But today, as the UFC has grown bigger than ever, the level of promotion has dropped. Every event feels routine, like just another fight night. 2. The fights are still great, but no one can deny that UFC fights are still world-class. 3. The promotion crisis. Where did the hype go? Today, the UFC's promotion strategy is extremely basic. Announce a fight, post a graphic. 4. Social media and viral moments, real versus manufactured. These days, the UFC focuses more on social media. but viral moments can be forced when the UFC tries to push a fight or two. 5. The overloaded calendar. Too many fights. Nothing feels special now. The UFC holds events almost every week. 6. Dana White played a huge role in making the UFC a global brand, but he's not the passionate promoter he once was. 7. Solutions. How to make the UFC great again. Bring back real promotion. Organize press tour, multiple face-offs, face-to-face interactions, instead of Zoom calls. Streamline the calendar. Focus on quality over quantity, so every event feels special. Allow organic hype. Let fans decide who becomes a star. Don't force anyone into the spotlight. Bring in a new promoter, alongside or in place of Dana White. 8. Conclusion. The passion and hope of UFC fans in the end. UFC fans complain because they love the sport,